Hello viewers and welcome to a first look at the new MotoGP, official MotoGP arcade machine. First time I've seen or heard of it, and it was here on the Bandai Namco amusement stand. So thought get on there, 4-player link up they had. Very difficult selecting the track you wanted. It kept sliding into the next one along, so it wasn't really very precise. And so I wanted to look to see what tracks there were there, but couldn't really do it. And then selecting a bike was equally difficult, kept sliding along. So I was trying to select the Tech 3 there. And just get the bike I wanted to ride. No idea on the game. I don't know who's developed it, where it's come from. But just thought, let's get some footage. So just preparing for my photo. There we are, lovely photo. And how to play. Go brum brum to go faster and brum brum to go slower. So I'm like, right, okay, there's my brake. There we go. Okay, that's pretty simple. I'm ready for my Manx TT experience. I'm ready to be steering with my backside and leaning off the bike. I'm ready for whatever it's going to give me. We're going to Monteghi. Wow, this is going to be quite a tough circuit. Let's see how we get on. Precise lines. And there we are. We've got our grid girls there. And away we go on the bike into turn one straight away. And whoa, it's nearly full speed. So I was slowing down and everybody just whizzed past me. And before I knew it, they've altered the course, basically. So all the courses have been subtly altered. So you've got a general gist. I love this section here up the hill. You know, it's nothing like it normally is. We're flat through this section, completely flat. Bikes flying in the air, no problem. Just go around it at high speed. It was crazy. It was a really crazy game. So I'm on it now. Just immediately, the people I'm racing with actually picked it up quicker than me, I think, because I'm used to, you know, essentially trying to simulate the bike games and braking points and everything. There's none of that here. You never touch your brake ever in the entire game. And you just sort of come off the power a bit just before you get to a corner, throw the bike in, get on the power. That's all you do. Okay, so I've got the hang of it now. Now I'm just leaning into corners more and more. There was a boost somewhere. I don't use the boost throughout any of these videos. I must have been the green button in the middle, which was the start button, but I wasn't really paying attention till afterwards. But yeah, so very simple. I just thought it was quite funny at the time. Just the way the courses were sort of laid out in this easy to follow way. And you know, it's one of those games where it's not like an old arcade game. You know, old arcade games, you know, had some depth to them. You know, you had like an easy, normal and hard course, and you would, you know, easy, medium and hard, and you would need to be quite skillful to master them. But here it's very basic, really. You just kind of throw the bike in at full speed, and as long as you keep getting those lines, the bike just seems to make it. There's a bit of nudging there, you know, a bit of shoulder barging, but that doesn't matter. It's a nice wide bike. And there we are, third place. I did okay, won that race in the end, at the group that was there, which was good. Came back then, thought, right, okay, I've got the hang of this. Let's try a harder course in just a moment then. Adjustment of the GoPro. Of course, I never really know what the GoPro can see when I'm filming, but it's come out really well, so it's just the right view. Start again. Okay, put in your initials. Well, that's pretty obvious what I'm going to put in. But even when you get there, it just keeps on sliding. Difficult to try and nudge it. Just hold yourself in that position. That's it. A VVV. Lovely. So there we are then. So first impressions then, quite basic. Wasn't too challenging for me. Let's start again. I think I tried going to a... I don't know if we can manage to get a more complex course this time. We're doing the third and final race. Obviously, you know, some of you might want to hear the game, but you can't actually hear the game. It's just a load of noise from the din of the show floor. You could barely hear the game above all the noise, and there's no direct audio with the arcade machines. And of course, preparing for the photo again, a slightly more smiley face there this time, as we prepare for the second race. So again, brum brum brum, that's how you play. Lovely. And that's my motorbike sound effect. I'm ready for the next race. Argentina. Again, it's Argentina, but not as you know it. So, revving my engine, brum, brum, brum. Preparing for the off, and away we go. A bit of a wheelie this time, off the line. Just throwing the bike in flat out round here, flat all the way. Just do it, just do it, just get the bike in there. And that's what I'm learning now. I'm just, you know, all the other guys were flat from the off, you know, whereas I was sort of thinking, oh, there's a braking point here and a bit of a bump there, and none of that in this game. You know, you come into a hairpin, no problem, take it at 100 mile per hour and just get out at full speed. But, you know, the course is all there. That's the funny thing. The course is all there. It's just all been subtly, or not so subtly altered. Having said that, Silverstone is all over the place in the next race, and you'll see that it's a bit of a mess of a course. But I know the course reasonably well, so I've got a rough idea on where I'm going. But it's just so much quicker. One of the guys there giving me a bit of competition this time. Working my way up through the field up into 5th place now. And if I'd known how to use the boost, I'd probably have shot off down the road, but didn't know about the boost at the time. According to the instructions there, it was just rev and go, so a road rash moment there as well. You kind of get locked into another rider when you touch them, so now I'm thinking, right, I've got to win this, I've got to win it for no reason, just got to try and win it. Go wide and I think, oh no, I'm alright though, I'm quickly on the power, no problem with these hairpins, just go flat all the way through there, more flat cornering, that's it through there. It feels much more like an old sort of hang on or something, it's so super quick. Coming around the final bend, down the straight, and a win there as well. That's nice. That's nice. So pretty tight with the other guys I was racing with. More competitive that time. We're all sort of getting the hang of it. You know, that first race you're getting used to it. Second race, you know, flat on almost every corner. And now into the third race. Get that out of the way. And see how we get on. So presentation, it's alright, it's MotoGP, you'll probably be shown at events and everything else. The arcade market has changed a lot over the years, you know, it's not a go-to place for gamers now. So now we look at the more advanced courses. I've selected one of the harder courses, which is Silverstone. But not as you know it, not as you know it. So go for the Repsol Honda, why not? Because you know it's a competitive bike. Or do I go for the Yamaha this time? Go for a Yamaha. So it's a different bike every time. I just thought I'd mix it up a bit, basically. Go for one that's further down now. And just go through different bikes. Couldn't make my mind up that time. Select. And then onto the photo again. I'm a bit pale because I've been a bit unwell recently, so that's why I wasn't doing too much riding. I've been very unwell indeed, so I'm still recovering at the moment, which is why you won't see much of me on the channel for the time being. So England, Silverstone circuit, and it's raining, just to add to the scenery there. Here we go then, Silverstone, a track I know well. Let's see how we get on. So we go around Copse, and it all goes really strange now into Maggots and Beckett's, and I have a bit of a crash. You're going to see now, like, where are we? What's this? How's it going? My goodness, it's uphill and downhill, and now down a hill here, and oh wow, what's going on there? And the bike's just completely lost control now. The bike will not control. It just sends me in another direction. So, oh no. Anyway, that's no problem because it puts me right bang into the race again. So now I understand it's not the Silverstone I know. It's MotoGP Silverstone. So in the dream bike world, this is probably what they have. But I think that's the only slow corner before the Wellington Straight. And then other than that, you know, the complex into Luffield is completely different. We have bikes flying through the air. The never-ending corner. around Woodcote. Probably the only corner that's as it is, and everything else is cops are similar, just super wide. Working my way through the field, no problem. I've got it this time, going much slower this time through this section. Oh, we're driving in the rain here, it should be noticed, and there was a drop in frame rate from 60 frames on the other courses down to 30 frames. Very poor technically, has to be said. You know, arcade games have no excuse when they cost this amount of money. You know, you're spending £20,000 on a twin. You know, this is a £40,000 setup probably. You know, it should have a couple of decent graphics cards in it to power it, and you know, the frame rate here was very poor, and it's one of those things that let arcades down years ago. You know, the frame rate and everything. You know, they were putting PlayStations into arcade machines, and it just didn't do it any good in the arcades. And that's one of the things here from a technical perspective. But that was a MotoGP. Thought I'd show you guys a little bit of that on the channel. Main event from the show itself, and as ever, I'll be keeping an eye on other MotoGP developments for the home and arcade gaming as well. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.